At 11 o'clock at night, Reena sat in her room, engrossed in a book. A sudden creak shattered the silence as the window flung open by itself, letting in a gust of cold wind. She hurriedly got up to close it. But as she did, a slow, deliberate footfall echoed behind her. She turned swiftly. The room was completely empty. Yet, in the mirror, she glimpsed a shadow moving behind her reflection, though no one was there. The chilling moment hung in the air, until the shadow in the mirror leaned closer, its breath cold and whispering against her ear, "I am here." Reena's instinct was to scream, but the room slid back into an eerie silence before she could utter a sound. She was frozen in that moment of dread, knowing she was no longer alone. The darkness conspired around her, thick and oppressive, as if it had something to say, something it wanted to reveal, but lingered in morbid patience. Time seemed to stretch, each second an eternity. Reena shook her head, dismissing her fear as a trick of her imagination, yet every fiber of her being refused serenity. She backed away slowly from the mirror, hoping to escape the strange shadow that seemed to linger just beyond her vision. Her heart thundered a frantic rhythm as she flicked on the lamp, hoping light would banish her fears. Yet, the shadow remained on the edge of the illuminated area, unmoved, unaffected. She realized it wasn't a trick of the light or an overactive imagination. The whispering shadow had crossed a boundary, slipping into the seams of the real and the unreal, and it wasn't leaving. Reena stood trembling, knowing she had unwittingly invited something dark into her world. She reached for her phone, intending to call someone, anyone, but the line was dead, replaced by an eerie static that crawled into her ears. Alone and terrified, Reena could only watch as the shadow crept closer, its intentions hidden, its whispers filled with a promise that chilled her to her core. A promise only Reena would come to understand as she faced the uncanny presence that had claimed her room, her reality, her life.